Steelers have a huge decision to make as they go into the final game of their season against the Cincinnati Bengals at home. After a 3-game losing skid, a lot of defensive players may be up for question, and the Steelers have a lot of big decisions to make on whether or not they're going to play certain players or move them around on defense due to their past performances in these past couple games. My name is Peyton Kleppe. This is Steelers Digest. If you haven't subscribed already, just click that subscribe button down below. It's really going to help me and my partner Remington as we grow this channel moving forward into this final stretch of the season. Statistics show that 91% of you guys are actually not subscribed currently to this channel. So, only 9% are subscribed. So if you just click that subscribe button, it's really going to help us out as we grow this channel moving forward. But let's get right into it. Some key players that we need to talk about today are players like Minkah Fitzpatrick. It starts with him on defense. As you can see, he's had a pretty good year tackle-wise. He's had 60 solo tackles, around 80 combined tackles, and he's the real captain of our defense. He's a starting safety, starting free safety. And, the defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin, really gives him a lot of freedom on defense and kind of lets him do a lot of the playmaking and move around and choose where he wants to be on defense to set him up for positions to make interceptions and big plays like that. We traded for this guy in around 2018, 2019, and we saw instant splash with a lot of guys that you see in the NFL where they come into the league or change positions and they'll have a lot of different splash plays. I believe that year he had around 2 or 3 defensive touchdowns and really just showed up on defense whenever we needed him. So this guy's really got to step it up. The past couple games, he's really been playing pedestrian. This whole season, he's really not been great. But against the Ravens, he had his first pick in like 2 years. So it was really great to see that. But this guy's really got to step it up. Against Travis Kelce on Christmas Day, he did not cover him. He left Travis wide open. So this guy really has to pick it up as we move into the second half of the season. Another guy that really has to start playing well because of some recent injuries is Corey Trice. This guy really hasn't played a lot of snaps this season, but due to injuries to guys like Joey Porter Jr. and Dante Jackson still, he's very iffy. He's gone down the past couple games with his back injury, and he's only been able to play a few quarters of the game. So he's real in and out. So Corey Trice really has to show why the Steelers drafted him as a big, tall cornerback. As you guys can see here, he's 6'3". He's only 24 years old. He doesn't really have a lot of NFL experience, but he's built like Joey Porter Jr. He's a very long cornerback. He's pretty fast, but he really hasn't shown too much because he hasn't been on the field. So as we move into this game against the Bengals, he's going to really have a huge test against guys like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. He's probably going to be covering guys like T. Higgins more because they're the similar height. So he's really got to show up in Week 18 and show why we drafted him, because Joey Porter Jr. is still dealing with that. I believe it was PCL injury, so he will not be playing. Another guy that we got to talk about is another starting safety we have on defense. It's Deshaun Elliott. Deshaun Elliott, he was a great signing this offseason. Really great player. As you see here, he's got 2 forced fumbles, and he's a really physical player. He's built like a linebacker, so he comes down and he can hit a running back like a linebacker, but he can also cover like a corner. He's got 1 interception from, I believe, the first game of the season against Atlanta, where he had a nice little pick. But this guy's really shown that he's been great for us on defense, but he's been dealing with some injuries the past couple games. He missed, I believe, the Eagles game and the Baltimore game, or I believe he came back for the No, he did not play the Baltimore game. He came back for the Christmas Day game, and when he was out, guys like Demonte Casey were in his place, and he did not play well. So as Deshaun gets back into the groove into this next game, where it'll be his second game back from injury, I expect him to play a lot better than he did in the last game. Because, like I said before with Minkah, they let guys like Travis Kelce get wide open. Kelce was doing touchdown dances on Christmas Day, and it was not what I wanted to see. He had around like 8 receptions for 80 yards and a touchdown. And, that's really due to guys like Minkah, guys like PQ, and guys like Deshaun Elliott not doing their jobs. So they really got to step up as we move forward. And because we got a tough one against the Bengals. They're coming in hot off of a Broncos loss, Bengals win. So Deshaun Elliott's really got to be locked down on defense. So the last guy we got to talk about is PQ. PQ's been a great signing. He's been the best inside linebacker we've had since probably Ryan Shazier in 2015, 2016. I believe that was his last year. 2017, actually. My bad. It's 2017. But Patrick Queen, he's coming in right now with 124 total tackles on the season, 62 total tackles. He had that forced fumble and fumble recovery against the Ravens earlier on in the season. But, this guy's been great for us most of the time. But big thing that he's talked about and a lot of other players have stressed is communication this year. This guy even came out the past 2 games and he's complained because an unnamed player on defense, probably the collective, honestly, everybody's just not knowing where they're at. But he's been saying, we can't do the job right when only 10 guys know what they're doing or one guy's making a mistake. A lot of guys have come out and also stressed the same thing. Cam Hayward also came out recently. And or after the game on Christmas Day, he came out and said, we can't win, we can't succeed when only 10 guys know what they're doing, not all 11 guys in the field. And, it starts with Patrick Queen. So although statistically it looks like he's having a great season, another Pro Bowl season, All-Pro season, it's really not – it's good and bad because he's been a sure tackler here and there, but then there's plays where he's arm tackling, he's not taking the guy down. And I believe he's the new green dot guy on defense. So all this communication that he's talking about and this lack thereof it kind of starts with him. So it's really weird. I'm really hoping to hear more about these reports coming out about this mentality where only 10 guys in the field know what they're doing. I'm excited to see if maybe Hard Knocks can explain this to us. If you guys haven't watched it, tune in. I believe it comes out every Monday. AFC North Hard Knocks. Watch it. But yeah, it starts with PQ. So although PQ's been great statistically, he's really got to get this defense going with communication, as well as Minka. He's also another defensive captain. So they got to figure it out as we move into these last couple games because we got a tough one moving forward. Next week we're going to be playing Cincinnati Bengals in Pittsburgh. Stay tuned because it's going to be a really tough game. It's really going to be influential on who wins the AFC North divisional game. As you see here, it's a picture of Casey getting a touchdown cut on him against the Ravens. The Ravens are number 1 in the AFC North right now, so winning tomorrow will be big in getting the crown for the AFC North. Still got some hope, and it really starts with the defense. So we can't have another defensive collapse of another 20-point or more game. The past 3 games, we've let up 20-plus points, and it's been real tough. So as we go into this next game, we have to have guys like Keanu Benton stepping up, and especially like our guy, TJ Watt. This guy has still not had a sack since the Eagles game, and I expect him to have at least 1 or 2 against the Cincinnati Bengals as we're trying to fight for this AFC North crown. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you so much. Make sure to tune in and watch the Steelers-Bengals game on January 5th in Pittsburgh. Let's go. Let's get this 7th Lombardi trophy. Let's do it. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Peace out, boys.